There is a smile on someone's face right now, and the reason behind that smile may be far closer than you think. Before you move on, don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. At this very moment, while you are listening to these words, a quiet story is unfolding behind the scenes. It is not happening in front of a crowd. It is not happening where everyone can see it. It is happening in a silent corner of someone's world. And strangely, your name is connected to it. Your soulmate has been carrying a feeling they can barely explain. Every time a certain thought appears, every time a certain memory returns, every time they imagine the future, a smile finds its way onto their face. Not because everything is perfect. Not because every question has been answered. But because deep inside, they feel something changing. Have you noticed how life sometimes becomes quiet right before something important arrives? That is the feeling surrounding this connection now. For a long time, pieces of the puzzle seemed scattered. Moments felt delayed. Answers felt hidden. Signs appeared and disappeared before they could be understood. Yet through all of it, something continued growing. Hope. Your soulmate may not fully understand why they keep thinking about you. They may not even realize how often your energy enters their thoughts. But every day, little reminders seem to find them. A song. A conversation. A random memory. A feeling they cannot ignore. And each reminder leaves behind the same reaction. A smile. Not a smile of certainty. A smile of anticipation. Because somewhere in their heart, they feel as if they are getting closer to something they have been waiting for. Don't skip. Stay with me. Because this is where the story becomes interesting. There is something your soulmate recently realized. They realized that every path they walked, every lesson they learned, every challenge they faced was shaping them into the person they needed to become. And when they looked ahead, they could no longer imagine the future the same way. Suddenly, that future seemed brighter. Warmer. More meaningful. As if someone was missing from the picture before. And now, that missing piece is beginning to appear. The surprising part? The feeling arrived before the explanation. They felt the joy before they understood where it was coming from. They felt the excitement before they knew why. That is why the smile keeps appearing. It catches them off guard. In the middle of an ordinary day. During a routine moment. When nobody else is paying attention. A smile appears because their heart knows something their mind has not fully discovered yet. And there is more. Much more. Because a shift is happening. Small at first. Almost invisible. But powerful enough to change the direction of a story. What your soulmate senses right now is not an ending. It is a beginning. A beginning that has been quietly preparing itself for longer than either of you realize. The signs are becoming stronger. The connection is becoming clearer. And the distance between uncertainty and understanding is becoming smaller. Something huge is waiting for you. Remember those words. Because the next part of this story reveals why your soulmate's smile has become impossible to hide, and what unexpected realization is making their heart race with excitement. Stay till the end of this journey. The most surprising revelation has not been revealed yet. A remarkable truth is beginning to reveal itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate smile is no longer appearing by accident. There is a reason behind it, and what is happening right now is far more powerful than anyone around them realizes. Recently, they have started noticing something unusual. No matter how busy the day becomes, no matter how many responsibilities demand their attention, their thoughts keep returning to the same feeling. A feeling of expectation. A feeling that someone important is moving closer to their life. And every time that feeling appears, the smile returns. At first, they ignored it. They told themselves it was nothing. Just another passing thought. Just another ordinary moment. But the feeling refused to disappear. Instead, it became stronger. Don't skip. Because this next part changes everything. There was a moment not long ago when your soulmate paused and reflected on how much their life had changed. The person they were a year ago is not the person they are today. Their heart has grown. Their understanding has deepened. Their vision of the future has become clearer. And during that reflection, a surprising realization appeared. For the first time, they felt ready. Ready for a connection that feels real. Ready for a bond that brings peace. Ready for a chapter unlike anything they have experienced before. That realization brought a smile to their face that they could not hide. Not because they had all the answers, but because their heart sensed that something meaningful was approaching. Something huge is waiting for you. Remember those words. Because what happened next is even more surprising. Your soulmate began noticing signs in unexpected places. A conversation that felt strangely meaningful. A message that arrived at the perfect moment. A memory that appeared out of nowhere. Tiny moments. Simple moments. Yet each one seemed connected by an invisible thread. It felt as though life itself was quietly preparing them for something important. And the more they noticed these moments, the more impossible it became to ignore the feeling. A feeling connected to you. A feeling connected to the future. A feeling connected to a story that is still being written. Stay till the end. Because very few people hear this part. Your soulmate is beginning to trust their heart more than ever before. They are no longer focusing on what went wrong in the past. They are no longer carrying every old disappointment. Instead, they are looking ahead. And every time they picture what lies ahead, that smile appears again. Not because they know exactly what is coming, but because they know something beautiful is possible. That hope has become stronger than fear. That excitement has become stronger than doubt. That expectation has become stronger than uncertainty. Don't skip. The next revelation is one of the most powerful parts of this journey. Because there is something your soulmate has not told anyone. Deep down, they feel that a major turning point is closer than it has ever been before. They cannot explain it. They cannot prove it. Yet the feeling remains. A quiet certainty. A peaceful confidence. A sense that pieces are finally moving into place. And when those pieces connect, everything may begin to make sense. The smile you cannot see right now is coming from that certainty. The certainty that the story is not over. The certainty that something meaningful is unfolding. The certainty that the best chapter may still be ahead. Something huge is waiting for you. And in the next part, the hidden reason behind your soulmate's growing happiness will finally begin to come into focus. Stay till the end of this journey. The biggest revelation is still waiting. There is one detail nobody expected. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Up until now, you have heard about the smile. You have heard about the growing sense of anticipation. You have heard about the feeling your soulmate cannot ignore. But what you are about to hear may be the most surprising revelation of all. Because the smile is not only about the future. It is also about recognition. Somewhere deep inside, your soulmate feels as though they are recognizing a connection before fully understanding it. That is why certain thoughts stay with them longer than others. That is why some moments feel more meaningful than they should. That is why ordinary days suddenly become unforgettable. Something inside them is awakening. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But quietly. Powerfully. And every day it grows stronger. Don't skip. Because this part changes the entire story. Your soulmate has started noticing that their priorities are changing. Things that once seemed important no longer hold the same weight. Things that once felt distant now feel closer. And among all these changes, one feeling keeps rising above the rest. The desire to share life with someone who truly understands them. Not someone temporary. Not someone passing through. Someone meaningful. Someone genuine. Someone whose presence feels like home. And every time they imagine that possibility, the smile returns. A smile filled with hope. A smile filled with excitement. A smile filled with quiet certainty. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you. There is another reason their happiness is growing. Your soulmate has begun letting go of old limitations. The doubts that once slowed them down are losing their power. The questions that once kept them stuck are beginning to fade. For the first time in a long time, they feel open to what is ahead. Open to new possibilities. Open to unexpected blessings. Open to a connection that could change everything. And that openness is creating a powerful shift. A shift they may not even realize is happening. But their heart feels it. Their spirit feels it. Their future feels it. Don't skip. The next revelation is something very few people ever hear. Sometimes, before two paths meet, life begins preparing both people separately. Not by giving them all the answers, but by helping them grow into the people they are meant to become. That preparation is happening now. Every lesson. Every experience. Every challenge. Every victory. It has all been shaping something greater. And your soulmate is beginning to see that. They are beginning to understand that nothing was wasted. Nothing happened without purpose. Nothing happened without meaning. That realization alone has brought a level of peace they have not felt in a very long time. And peace creates room for happiness. Happiness creates room for hope. And hope creates room for that smile. The smile that keeps appearing when nobody is watching. The smile that appears when they think about what could be coming next. The smile that refuses to disappear. Something huge is waiting for you. Remember those words carefully. Because the next chapter reveals the hidden moment that caused your soulmate's confidence to grow stronger than ever before. A moment that may explain why they suddenly feel that something extraordinary is closer than they ever imagined. Stay till the end. The biggest turning point is still ahead. A hidden shift is taking place right now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There comes a moment in every great story when everything begins to make sense. Not all at once. Not in a dramatic flash. But piece by piece. Clue by clue. Sign by sign. That moment is getting closer for your soulmate. And that is one of the biggest reasons they cannot stop smiling. For so long, they were focused on reaching the destination. Now, something has changed. They have started appreciating the journey. They have started noticing the lessons. They have started seeing how every chapter of their life was leading somewhere meaningful. And when they look back, they no longer see random events. They see preparation. Preparation for a connection that feels different. Preparation for a future that feels brighter. Preparation for someone whose presence feels familiar before they even arrive. Don't skip. Because what happens next is the revelation very few people expect. Your soulmate has started trusting timing. That may sound simple. But it changes everything. Instead of asking why certain things took so long, they are beginning to understand that some things are worth waiting for. Instead of focusing on what is missing, they are focusing on what is possible. And every time they do, that smile appears again. A smile that comes from faith in the future. A smile that comes from excitement about what is still ahead. A smile that comes from knowing that the story is still unfolding. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Recently, your soulmate experienced a quiet realization. A realization so powerful that it changed the way they see everything. They realize that the future they once hoped for no longer feels impossible. It feels reachable. Closer. More real. That realization created a spark inside them. A spark that continues growing stronger every day. And with every passing day, they become more convinced that something meaningful is approaching. Not someday. Not eventually. But sooner than they once believed. Don't skip. Because this next part may be the most important message so far. Your soulmate is no longer looking backward. They are looking forward. Forward to new memories. Forward to meaningful conversations. Forward to shared laughter. Forward to moments that have not happened yet but somehow already feel special. That vision of the future has become one of their greatest sources of happiness. It gives them energy. It gives them hope. It gives them a reason to keep smiling when nobody else understands why. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The smile is not appearing because of what they have already found. The smile is appearing because of what they feel is coming. Because deep down, they believe the best chapter has not happened yet. They believe a meaningful connection is getting closer. They believe that certain pieces are finally moving into place. And that belief has become stronger than ever before. Something huge is waiting for you. Remember that. Because the next part is where the final pieces begin connecting together. The reason behind the smile. The reason behind the growing confidence. The reason behind the feeling that something extraordinary is approaching. Everything is leading to that moment. Stay till the end. The biggest revelation of this entire journey is almost here. The final piece of the puzzle is beginning to appear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Throughout this journey, one question has remained unanswered. Why can't your soulmate stop smiling right now? The answer is not hidden in a single moment. It is hidden in everything that has been happening behind the scenes. Every lesson they learned. Every challenge they overcame. Every unexpected turn in their path. Every step has been guiding them toward a realization that is becoming impossible to ignore. And that realization is this. Their future feels brighter than ever before. For the first time in a long time, they are not focused on what is missing. They are focused on what is coming. That shift has changed everything. Don't skip. Because this is the revelation the entire story has been building toward. Your soulmate has started feeling a sense of gratitude that surprises even them. Gratitude for the journey. Gratitude for the growth. Gratitude for the possibilities that still lie ahead. And gratitude creates a powerful kind of happiness. The kind of happiness that appears unexpectedly. The kind of happiness that turns into a smile. The kind of happiness that refuses to fade. That is why the smile keeps returning. Not because they know every detail of the future. But because they trust that something meaningful is unfolding. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one final truth you need to hear. Sometimes the most important chapters begin quietly. Without announcements. Without obvious signs. Without anyone realizing how significant the moment truly is. And yet those quiet beginnings often lead to the most unforgettable stories. Your soulmate feels that kind of beginning now. A feeling that something is aligning. A feeling that life is opening a new door. A feeling that the next chapter could hold something extraordinary. That feeling has become impossible for them to ignore. And every time it appears, so does the smile. A smile filled with hope. A smile filled with excitement. A smile filled with expectation. A smile connected to the belief that the best is yet to come. Don't skip. Because this final message brings everything together. The reason your soulmate cannot stop smiling is not because of what they have already experienced. It is because of what they believe is possible. They believe in meaningful connections. They believe in beautiful timing. They believe that certain paths cross for a reason. They believe that some stories are worth waiting for. And that belief has transformed the way they see the future. Something huge is waiting for you. Not because the future is guaranteed. but because possibilities are opening. Because hope is growing. Because new chapters are forming. Because the story is still being written. And somewhere, right now, your soulmate is carrying a quiet happiness that continues to grow stronger. A happiness that shows up as a smile. A smile that appears when they think about what lies ahead. A smile that appears when they imagine the possibilities. A smile that appears because, deep inside, they feel that something wonderful may be closer than ever before. So remember this. The greatest moments often begin before anyone realizes they have arrived. The most meaningful chapters often start with a feeling. And sometimes, a single smile tells a bigger story than words ever could. Stay till the end of your own journey. Because the next chapter has not been written yet. And that may be the most beautiful revelation of all. A secret realization is growing stronger every single day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Most people believe a smile appears because of something that has already happened. But what if the most powerful smiles come from something that has not happened yet? What if the heart recognizes a beautiful possibility before the mind can explain it? That is exactly where your soulmate is right now. They are standing at the edge of a brand new chapter. They may not see the entire picture. They may not know every detail. But they can feel the shift. And that feeling is becoming impossible to ignore. Don't skip. Because what you are about to hear changes everything. Recently, your soulmate has found themselves pausing during ordinary moments. A simple morning. A quiet evening. A random conversation. And suddenly, without warning, they begin thinking about the future. Not with fear. Not with uncertainty. But with excitement. A genuine excitement that catches them by surprise. Because for the first time in a long while, the future feels welcoming. The future feels brighter. The future feels full of possibilities. And every time that realization appears, so does the smile. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another reason this smile keeps returning. Your soulmate has started noticing how much they have changed. The person who once doubted everything is becoming more confident. The person who once questioned every step is becoming more trusting. The person who once focused on limitations is beginning to focus on opportunities. That transformation did not happen overnight. It happened one lesson at a time. One experience at a time. One step at a time. And now they are finally beginning to see the results. Don't skip. Because this next revelation is one of the most surprising yet. Your soulmate is starting to believe that some of the best things in life arrive when they are least expected. That belief has opened a door inside their heart. A door filled with hope. A door filled with anticipation. A door filled with possibilities they once thought were far away. Now those possibilities feel closer. Much closer. And that is why their smile feels different. It is not a temporary smile. It is not a passing emotion. It is a reflection of something deeper. A growing certainty that beautiful things can still happen. A growing certainty that meaningful connections still exist. A growing certainty that the story ahead may be better than the story behind. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you. There is one final clue that explains everything. Whenever your soulmate thinks about what truly matters, they no longer think about possessions, achievements, or temporary victories. They think about connection. They think about understanding. They think about sharing life's journey with someone who brings warmth into their world. And every time that vision appears, their smile becomes impossible to hide. Not because they know exactly when. Not because they know exactly how. But because deep inside, they feel closer than ever before to the chapter they have been waiting for. That feeling is growing. That hope is growing. That happiness is growing. And with it, the smile grows too. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part reveals the hidden signal your soulmate keeps receiving again and again, a signal that makes them believe the most meaningful chapter of this story is now closer than ever before. Stay till the end. The biggest revelation has not arrived yet. An unexpected truth is about to come into focus. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are moments in life that seem ordinary while they are happening. But later, those same moments become the turning points that changed everything. Your soulmate is beginning to realize they may be living through one of those moments right now. That realization is powerful. Because it is changing the way they see the future. Instead of wondering whether something meaningful is possible, they are beginning to wonder how close it really is. And that single shift in perspective has created a happiness they cannot fully explain. A happiness that keeps appearing as a smile. A smile that arrives unexpectedly. A smile that stays longer each day. Don't skip. Because the next revelation may be the most surprising one yet. Your soulmate has started noticing a pattern. Every time they think about moving forward, they feel lighter. Every time they imagine a meaningful connection, they feel hopeful. Every time they picture the future, they feel excited. At first, they thought it was coincidence. Then they thought it was imagination. Now they are starting to believe it means something more. Because the feeling keeps returning. Again and again. And every time it returns, it becomes stronger. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a hidden reason behind this growing certainty. Your soulmate is no longer measuring life by what has already happened. They are measuring it by what is still possible. That is a powerful transformation. Most people spend years looking backward. Your soulmate is beginning to look forward. Forward to unexpected opportunities. Forward to meaningful experiences. Forward to moments that could become unforgettable memories. And that forward-looking energy is creating a sense of excitement unlike anything they have felt before. Don't skip. Because what comes next connects everything together. Imagine carrying a feeling that grows stronger every day. A feeling that tells you something positive is approaching. A feeling that reminds you that your story is still unfolding. A feeling that refuses to disappear no matter how busy life becomes. That is exactly what your soulmate is experiencing. They may not talk about it. They may not fully understand it. But they feel it. And the feeling continues to grow. That is why their smile has become so natural. So effortless. So impossible to hide. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one more revelation that changes the entire picture. Your soulmate has begun trusting their intuition in a way they never have before. Not because they have all the answers, but because their heart keeps pointing them in the same direction. Toward hope. Toward possibility. Toward connection. Toward a future that feels brighter than anything they imagined before. And every time they follow that feeling, the smile returns. Bigger. Warmer. Stronger. As if some part of them already knows that an important chapter is drawing closer. Don't skip. Because the next part takes us to the edge of the greatest revelation in this entire journey. The reason behind the smile. The reason behind the excitement. The reason behind the feeling that something extraordinary is waiting just beyond the horizon. Stay till the end. The biggest moment of all is almost here. The moment you have been waiting for is finally here. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. From the very beginning of this journey, one question has echoed through every chapter. Why can't your soulmate stop smiling right now? Now, the answer is becoming clear. It is not because they have discovered every answer. It is not because every mystery has been solved. It is because they have reached a place where hope feels stronger than doubt. And that changes everything. Your soulmate has started seeing life through a different lens. A lens filled with possibility. A lens filled with excitement. A lens filled with the belief that the most meaningful experiences are still ahead. That belief has become the source of their smile. Don't skip. Because this revelation connects every piece of the story. Think about it. The greatest journeys rarely begin when everything is certain. They begin when someone chooses to believe in the future before they can fully see it. Your soulmate has reached that point. They are no longer waiting for perfect conditions. They are no longer waiting for every question to be answered. Instead, they are embracing the possibilities that stand before them. And every time they do, a smile appears. Not a small smile. Not a temporary smile. A smile that comes from deep within. A smile created by anticipation. A smile created by hope. A smile created by the feeling that something meaningful is drawing closer. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason this feeling has become so powerful. Your soulmate has begun understanding something that many people never realize. The future is not built in one extraordinary moment. It is built through countless small moments that quietly lead towards something greater. And recently, those small moments have started adding up. The signs. The lessons. The realizations. The unexpected feelings. Together, they have created a sense that life is preparing a new chapter. A chapter filled with possibility. A chapter filled with connection. A chapter filled with memories that have not happened yet. Don't skip. Because this next revelation may stay with you long after this video ends. The smile your soulmate carries today is not just about happiness. It is about expectation. It is about believing that the story ahead may become even more beautiful than the story behind. It is about trusting that meaningful moments still lie ahead. It is about knowing that every ending creates room for a new beginning. And somewhere inside, they feel that beginning getting closer. Closer than ever before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now here is the revelation that brings everything together. The reason your soulmate cannot stop smiling right now may simply be this. For the first time in a very long time, they feel ready. Ready for growth. Ready for new experiences. Ready for meaningful connections. Ready for the future. And when someone reaches that point, everything begins to change. The way they think changes. The way they feel changes. The way they see tomorrow changes. That is why the smile keeps returning. Because deep inside, they sense that the next chapter carries something special. Something worth believing in. Something worth waiting for. Something worth smiling about. Don't skip. Because this journey ends with one final truth. Sometimes the most beautiful part of a story is not the destination. It is the moment when hope becomes stronger than uncertainty. It is the moment when possibility becomes stronger than limitation. It is the moment when a person realizes that their best days may still be ahead. Your soulmate has reached that moment. And that is why they cannot stop smiling. Because somewhere within their heart, they believe that something wonderful is still on its way. Something huge is waiting for you. And perhaps, just perhaps, this smile is only the beginning of a much bigger story yet to unfold.